What up? This is Finance, Fitness, and Folk channel. We discuss finance, a little bit of fitness, and talk about some folk. So today's episode, I'm going to explain how you should not be married to a job. So once again, let me get the admin notes out the way. Thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you for everybody that has subscribed to my channel. I really try my best to try to push out videos as much as possible to give you leverage to better yourselves. So I definitely appreciate each and every last one of you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm trying to push this content out, so I need everyone's help and assistance in doing that. And the only way to be able to do that is to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So thank you once again. But let's get into it. So don't be married to a job. So currently, I am sitting down at a coffee shop right now and watching a DC. My little cappuccino. That's pretty good. So this is from 4 or 5 coffee roasters. So maybe I'll hashtag them in the video. Go in there, get you your 4 or 5 coffee roasters cappuccino when you come down here to DC, right? But anyways, so what I mean by don't be married to a job. So since I've been out of the military, this is my 4th job in 5 years. Now, was this my plan to jump jobs? No, not really. But as I looked at the job market, and because of me being IT, sometimes some jobs in the IT field can be a little bit volatile, especially when it comes to contracts. So some of the situations where I've moved jobs was because a contract was ending, or a contract became unstable, things of that nature. And actually, for the most part, it's really the reason why I've moved on. But there's been at least one instance as far as me moving, and one of those instances was that I was offered a lot more money for the job that I was actually currently working at. So I can say that from every single job that I've jumped from the time I've actually received my first civilian job until now, I've increased my income exponentially from that time. I mean, the IT field is a crazy world when it comes to money, especially when you're in a metropolitan area. When it comes to an area like Washington D.C., I've worked around D.C. in other areas, but I've never actually worked physically in D.C. until now. And it's crazy because from my house up into D.C., I've actually have moved closer to D.C. with every single job into this 4th job I actually is working in D.C. It's crazy. When you look at actually like the job I had when I first started off into the job I have currently now, it's like a straight line. I'm literally driving from my house all the way to DC, and I have stops with each single job until I got here. I mean, this wasn't my plan as far as like working in DC. DC is, even though I live in the DC area, DC as a city is still pretty far from me. It wasn't my intention to work actually in DC. Commuting around here is horrible. I do take the train, so the train definitely gives me a relief when it comes to driving. But sometimes the train can be monotonous too. Sometimes my anxiety is not all that great when it comes to being in public places and crowded areas. But the reason why I'm making this video is because being married to a job will hinder you when it comes to being successful. What do I mean by that? What I mean is that I've seen a lot of folks that they will get a job, and of course they will move up in the corporate ladder if it's a corporate job, or maybe it's just a normal 9-to-5 job. It doesn't matter what kind of field it is, and they'll stay there for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Hopefully they actually have increased their value, and they've increased their income as they've been at this company. But I have seen some folks that have been stagnant the whole 20 years they've been in a job. Same position, same pay. That is insane to me. That is insane to me because at the end of the day, as a person that's working a job, there should be some type of incentive for you to grow when it comes to your knowledge, and when it comes to being able to better the company or better yourself. And I think that being at a job for a very, very long time and not progressing in that job is absolutely insane. Now, of course, I haven't, stayed at the job long enough to progress that much. I mean, I have gained a lot more of a skill set when it comes to IT, because IT is a very broad field to be in. So I definitely have learned a whole lot since I've been moving jobs. But I don't know. It's just one of those things where, like I said, a lot of my movement was because a contract's ending. But if the contract did not end, would I still have moved eventually? Absolutely. I absolutely would have, because it comes to a point where you get to a salary cap when it comes to whatever a company's going to pay you, and you need to be able to put yourself in a position to where you're actually being paid what you're worth. What you're worth is subjective. It could be because of your degree, it could be because of certain certifications you have, certain experiences you have, how you interact with customers. It could be a whole plethora of things that will increase your worth to that company or to any other company you move to. But you have to decide it for yourself. Excuse me, I had to get my coffee in because I'm pretty tired right now. But it's one of those things to where you really have to be in a position to move on from a job if you feel like you're married to it. Don't be stuck in a rut to where, like, you have to be able to, that you have to stay in that job in order to be successful, in order for you to survive. I have seen situations where folks are scared to death to leave a job because they feel like they can't get anything better. They feel like that if they leave this job, that there's nothing else out there for them, or they're not able to they're not able to secure a job in time. Having a mentality like that will not have you become wealthy, y'all. It will not help you become wealthy. It will not help you become more successful in your field or whatever job field you're in. You cannot be scared to leave a job. You just can't. You cannot be married to a job. I'm not saying that if you find a job that you love, that you should just automatically be like, oh, I'm just going to be at the job for like 2-3 years, I'm just going to leave. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that you should be able to discern when it's time for you to leave a job. And if you feel like that the job is not improving you, or you've reached a plateau in that job to where, like, you can't do anything more and you're not going to learn anything more, then it's time to move on. Because not everybody is built to be an entrepreneur. But if you do have that entrepreneur spirit, then I'm telling you right now, being married to a job is one of the last things you want to do for yourself. You're going to always increase your knowledge of a lot of things in order for you to be successful and for you to move forward in whatever field or whatever industry you want to be in. So for myself, like I said, this is my first day on this particular job. Who knows? I may have another job within the next couple of years, maybe even a couple of months. I'm not sure. All depends on where God leads me to and what I feel is best for me. So, like I said before in a previous video, I do have a business. So my ultimate goal is for me to be a business owner and not work for anybody. But for the time being, I'm definitely going to ride this IT field thing to the ground, because IT is very, very, very lucrative when it comes to the pay. I would suggest to anybody that is very analytical and is very good at math and very good at problem solving to go into the IT field, because I'm telling you, it is so much money out here when it comes to IT field. Cybersecurity is absolutely huge when it comes to the job market, and I am aware that a lot of these big name companies and big name IT companies have laid a lot of people off. I don't know their business. I don't know what kind of field they were in when it comes to IT. But I will say is that having a job in cybersecurity in the IT field is probably about the most secure job you can ever have. Because even if these folks that were released from their job, if they had any type of cybersecurity experience, there's no reason why they should not have been able to get another job very soon afterwards. It's just a very big field, and it's definitely just growing each and every day. But the reason for this video is not be married to a job. Don't put yourself in a situation to where you are locked in with handcuffs to a job and you feel like you cannot leave that job, because life is all about taking chances. Life is always about moving forward and things you want to do. So if you feel like that you are married to a job, you feel like you're locked into a job, you're not going to be successful, y'all. You're not going to be, you're not going to reach your full potential. I'll say that. I'm not going to say you're not going to be successful. I would say you will not reach your full potential if you are married to a job. Okay, so get out there, see what's out there. If you are feeling disgruntled with your current job, and let's get it, y'all. Let's get this money. Let's get the success, and just make sure that you're not fearful, because God has not put the spirit of fear in us. You know, fear is one of the mechanisms that we have in order to alert us of danger, right? But I'm telling you right now, anybody that's an entrepreneur that was successful at their entrepreneurship, they pushed forward, they pushed through that fear. They really did, and they took a chance. And I've taken chances every single time I left a job, because there wasn't a guarantee that the job I was going to get was going to be a job that I wanted. Because, you know, you could be on an interview all day long and have a good rapport with the interviewers and the folks that are interviewing you, but you don't know how that job is going to be until you actually put boots on the ground, for lack of better words, and actually work that job. So I am blessed to say that every single job I've had was set right with me. It wasn't that I left the job going like, I can't be here no more. You know, it wasn't like that. It was just that I needed to move on. I reached a cap. It was time for me to move on, right? So don't be married to a job. Look out there and see what's out there for you, all right? Like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna keep pushing these videos out to give you leverage to better yourselves. Finance, fitness, and folk. Triple F, I'm gone.